Okay, it's been a while since I've done any reviews on products or anything. I do have a new one now. 450 Pro, converted to 6S. This is the tarot-rc 2000 kV 6S motor. Nice motor. It was $19. The trick is to find it somewhere where you don't have to pay a lot for shipping. This is the Tarot 1860 kV motor. I flew this one for 2.5, almost 3 months. It flies just as good as the day I took it out of the helicopter. I only took it out to try this one. Honestly, I'll probably just stick with this one. To get 3250 on the head, it takes really a 10 tooth pinion. I'm running a slanted gear. It's hard to get a 10 tooth pinion on a slanted gear. 11's about as low as you can get. It governs out fine. It's a little too low for my liking in the throttle percentages. It's a personal preference thing. Next up on this, of course, I fly V-bar. I know I test out a bunch of clone stuff all the time. And I talk good about the good clone stuff, bad about the bad clone stuff. My point here is there are things you can buy to save you money and have just as good a helicopter as your neighbor who has the $500 or $600 helicopter. I personally prefer V-bar because of all the settings and bank switching and everything for my type of flying. I have a brand new in the box ZYX-S. I'm going to play with it and see how everybody I know that flies one likes it. Anything's better than 3GX in my opinion after my bad start in fly barless with 3GX. Tarot fly barless head. I like it. I can't say nothing bad about it. 3D Pro blades. If you shop around, $6 to $8 a set. Great carbon blades. They fly every bit as good as the $30 ones. You know, I usually buy them 10 sets at a time to get a good price on shipping, and then I always have blades, of course. Now, I have, and what I was flying before I did total this 450. Broke both frames, broke the bottom plate, the whole 9 yards. I took all the electronics, brought it over into this helicopter. I had another frame. Futaba 9257 servo. These are great tail servos. I recommend them to people all the time. After seeing all the bad write-ups and just everything else on the clone 9257 servos, I got this gotec 9257 clone. It is actually and you probably can't see it because of the lighting here, but it's a GSD9257 by gotec. Really nice servo. The thing with all 9257s, Futaba, clones, anything, you do not want to put over 5 volts in these. It will burn them up. It says that in the packaging. Now, some of these clones say they'll run at 6. Do not do it. A 9257 is a 5 volt servo. I don't care who makes it. Do not run it above 5 or you will burn it up. I've been running this one at 5 now I've got a handful, probably 5-6 flights on it. I haven't burnt it up. When the helicopter lands after banging it around, I grab it. It's in a plastic case just like the Futabas. It's cool. It's not warm at all. So, I'm safe there. This servo is actually a little faster than the Futaba one. I had to turn down the gains on my V-bar because my tail was hunting, twitching, because it's faster than this one. It was noticeably quicker. I was shocked. You get these if you shop around $35 or so. This shipped to me was $14. Really nice buy. So if you're looking for a tail servo, I know there's a lot of bad reviews out there, but this gotec 9257, keep it down to 5 volts and you won't have any problems. I haven't. 6S batteries. I fly 1200 milliamp 6S's because the battery configuration size, as you can see, is like a 3S battery config. Here's a 3S pack, and then here's the 6S pack. And you can see they're almost identical in size. It fits under the canopy up here with no canopy mods. You know, you don't have to modify the frames, you don't have to modify the canopies. It's a perfect fit. Turnigy, is that right? Yes, Turnigy Nanotex. They do make a 1300 battery now that is on this design shape. That would let you do it. The others are actually about this big, but they're about that tall. And that extra height, you either do a frame mod, or you have to drill holes and actually lift the canopy up in order to get it to fit. So 6S, all 450s should be 6S. I mean, you got tons of torque. All your power is there. Your electronics run cooler because you're not pulling high current. I mean, you are running 22 volts. But my average current draw, because I got a Castle Ice 50 right here underneath this main gear. And I do that because these gears are fan-shaped and the air blows down to help cool them. I mean, my ESC never goes above 120, even in the middle of summer. But anyway, you set this up, there's never an issue. I mean, it's cool. On this log from this ESC, my average amperage draw is somewhere between 4 and 7 amps, depending on how hard I bang the sticks. I do get peaks up to 29 from doing punch-outs, TikToks, but other than that, it's nothing. That's a Bluetooth module for the V-bar. And I haven't finished the wiring. This was just a rebuild just to get flying again. So, I mean, if you want to do a 450, if you've been playing with getting another motor, you know, Scorpions are great motors, okay? I'm not going to knock them. I've bought 2 or 3. I've done a review on a few. You know, I had a Scorpion 8. Well, there's a $15 motor from Hobby King that had every bit of the power that my Scorpion 2221-8 did. I've had that motor for a year, and it still flies. So, but if you want 6S, this Tarot 1860 kV motor, it's got a 3.5 millimeter shaft on it. It comes as you see it. There's a little flat spot right there in the shaft. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right there. So you don't even have to make the flat spot in the shaft for the pinion. You can fly around all day. This battery in 6S is 1300 or 1200. I'm sorry. It gives me the exact same fly time that this 2200 3S did, using a anywhere from a 34 to a 3800 kV motor. You really, truly, if you consider going to another motor for anything, if you've already got an ESC that'll support 6S lipos, just buy you a cheap 6S motor off eBay for $19 or $20 and try it out. I promise you won't be disappointed. But when it comes to your tail servo, if you want a nice tail servo but your pocket's tight, Gotec 9250. Like I said, it's about $14, and just don't run it above 5 volts. I programmed the DEC in my Castle for 5 volts. I run it at 5 volts, no issues at all. So there you are for today. One last thing.